The rest of the news, Wednesday, April 4th. Today was the day in 1968 that Dr. King was killed while standing on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel in Memphis. April 4th, 1960, Elvis recorded Are You Lonesome Tonight in Nashville. And April 4th, 1850, Los Angeles was incorporated as a city. San Francisco is suffering from family flight. The 2010 census showed that families with children are abandoning the city in droves. And now the first legislation to deal with it asked the San Francisco Municipal Transportation Agency, known as MUNI, to ease up on rigid rules regarding baby strollers. Rules said to be very family unfriendly. MUNI promises to find a way forward. Cities have become so much noisier that birds now sing louder than they did just 30 years ago, and they've had to change their tune. San Francisco sparrows of the 1960s sang different songs than they do now. Imagine that. And they're singing fewer songs, not just louder, but higher pitched, more shrill, as to be heard above the roar of the city. In the 60s, white-crowned sparrows sang 3 distinct songs. Today, it's down to the dominant one, called the San Francisco dialect. It was always the highest pitched of the 3. Someone set up an iPod with sparrow songs from back in the day, amplified for the birds in the Presidio district. They didn't really care for it. The males flew toward the speaker chirping, "Get out of here." Bird songs today are also more threatening than they used to be. In Berlin, the birds sing 14 dB louder than they do just out in the forest. Livin just enough for the city. Germany has to get some kind of an award for colorful names attached to political parties. They sound more like sports teams. The pirates are suddenly coming on strong. Their main cause is internet freedom. They're running on a platform of free downloads. The pirates are in fourth, charging just behind the Greens in Germany. France is now ranked first in the world for the prevention of deaths due to treatable conditions. Among 19 leading industrialized nations, they're number 1. Bringing up the rear in dead, pun intended, last place, us, the U.S. Japan and Australia, congratulations, you're 2 and 3. President Obama spoke out Monday about last week's Supreme Court deliberations over the Affordable Care Act. He predicts Obamacare will be upheld. Also Monday, the Supreme Court ruled that local police can strip search anyone arrested for any minor little offense, such as protesting, standing with Occupy, demonstrating at state houses for women's rights, anything. Of course, the usual, predictable, 5-4. The Fourth Amendment was meant to be a protection from unlawful search. Now, the Supreme Court says local cops can strip search anybody arrested just because they want to. In a New York Times editorial this morning, Maureen Dowd calls the court men in black, cosseted behind white marble, out of reach of TV, accountable to no one, having squandered any illusion of unbias. Hacks in black, whose political motives are as naked as a strip search. Maureen Dowd forgot they don't like broccoli. See you tomorrow, Dan Earhart with the rest of the news.